Harlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving, Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score Armagh we're looking for.
Conor Turbot kicks this one in, that's absolutely superb.
Hello and welcome back to the Cycling Eye podcast. There's plenty of action this weekend and with lots of Armagh teams involved in some big games. Armagh got their Ulster Championship campaign up and running with a convincing 11-point win over Fermanagh, thanks mostly to first half goals from Conor Turbot, Jarly O'Burns and Stephen Campbell. We have interviews with Paddy Burns and Kieran McGeeney from that game coming up shortly, but just before we get to them, I'm just going to give you a quick roundup of everything that happened from the weekend because there was so much going on. So it's on to the semi-finals now for Armagh. They'll take on Down, who saw off Antrim by 4 points on Saturday night in their quarter-final. That game takes place in 2 weeks' time in Clonus, that's Saturday the 27th, and it's a repeat of last year's semi-final, which Armagh won by 12 points in the end, 4-10 to 0-10. The Armagh Camogues were crowned Division 3 winners on Saturday in the most dramatic of circumstances. With 4 minutes of added time played, Laois struck a goal that put them ahead by just 1 point, but there was actually enough time for Armagh to come back up the field and mount an attack, and Sinead Quinn grabbed the levelling score before Rachel Murray stepped up and hit a late free that saw Armagh nab it by 1 point in the end. Armagh were deserving winners though, as they led for the majority of the contest, and they joined the Armagh ladies with a league title and a deserved promotion as well for the Camogues. The Armagh hurlers suffered a 7-point defeat to Donegal in the opening round of the Nicky Rackard Cup, and despite missing some key men, they put in a really solid performance. Alex O'Boyle has been a scoring sensation for Armagh this year, and it was his first half goal that gave the Orchard County a real fighting chance. A second half red card and a few missed opportunities from Armagh allowed Donegal to really push on, and they finished the stronger of the two teams. We also hear from Armagh manager Kieran McKeegan. I spoke to him after the game and he was encouraged by what he saw, and they're building towards the round 2 next week when they travel to Louth. The Armagh under-20s, they suffered their first defeat of the year when they played Donegal on Saturday. This game was originally fixed for Wednesday night, but the pitch at Ballybuffet was deemed unplayable just 45 minutes before throw-in, so the game had to be rescheduled, and it took place on Saturday then at Letterkenny. An early goal for Donegal was the key score eventually, and they ran out 2-point winners in the end, 1-6 to 0-7. That saw Armagh finish second in their group, with Donegal topping the group and advancing straight to the semi-finals. Armagh have been drawn into the quarter-finals now, where they'll face the third place team in the other group, which was Monaghan, and they'll take on Monaghan on Wednesday night at the Boxit Athletic Grounds. So that's knockout football now essentially for Armagh. If they can get a win that night, they'll push on to the semi-finals, and if not, then they're out of the competition obviously. So that's just a quick roundup of everything that happened over the weekend. Of course there's loads of club action going on now too, with the club leagues having started again, so make sure to tune in for everything that we produce in terms of match reports. A few interviews maybe coming up in a few weeks as well, match reports, previews and everything else, and check out our social media pages. Every Thursday we'll be providing updates on all the club fixtures that are coming up during the week. So now we'll just hear from the interviews that we gathered over the weekend. It was Paddy Burns, Kieran McGeeney and Karl McKeegan. I spoke to all four of them, so we'll hear those interviews now, starting with Paddy Burns. Paddy, a good start to the championship campaign, a win here in Brewster Park, that's what you were after?
Yes, I think I said it after the league game. It's never an easy place for us to come. We've come here for years and always got it tight, so it's nice for a second half to maybe not be panicking as much and nervous about it coming down the wire. Yeah, it's a good start, but that's all it is, a start. You know, there's plenty more to happen yet.
Obviously, as you said, at half time the game was more or less done. The 3 first half goals were crucial, and obviously the black card front in Kelm sort sort of give you that extra man, so the goals in that time were key.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was more beneficial. Like Ulton's obviously a bit of an engine for them. He's got massive pace and gets a lot of their scores, so him going off is definitely a bit of a boost. And then the boys taking the goals, I think Charlie Oakes was fortuitous enough. He got the wee soccer tap in, but things like that maybe didn't fall for us at times in the past, and we got that bit of luck and got the goals. But also fellas getting off the shoulder, there's always someone at the back post to palm it in, and then finish them off. Both of those things, the black card and the goals, give us that bit of breathing space, and first half kind of you never come out assuming you're going to win. We still knew that there was work to be done to close out the game, but it did give us that bit of breathing room that we could play our game then, and they had to come out.
And Paddy, after the disappointment, I suppose, of the Division 2 final 2 weeks ago, it's probably good to get that out of your system so quickly and get a win and get up and running again.
100%. Yeah, there's nothing, no feeling like winning, and you very quickly forget about those things whenever you get a few wins under your belt. But I say you forget about them, they still fuel you. Nobody likes losing, especially finals in Croke Park, and we'd be keen to hopefully get back there at some stage and rectify that, But it's good to get a win, get the momentum going again, get the happiness in the camp, and on we go. Yeah.
And Paddy, one more, just Down up next at county, all about.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of crack. I'm sure I'll have to avoid club training for a couple of weeks, not show my face around Burn, but it'll be a bit of a laugh. There'll be plenty of slagging. I might be kicked out of the WhatsApp group for a few weeks. Alright, thanks a million.
Kieran, first round win over Fermanagh here to start the Ulster Championship. Just your initial reaction after the game?
I'm very happy for a lot of different reasons. I thought we started well, and I thought our goals were well worked. There was a lot of hard work went into getting them, and again, players coming back, Rian's getting stronger and fitter, and so is Charlie Oak, and again, Evan Ashen and Nugent coming on too, from previous injuries from last year. So we're happy with the result, and we're happy with the work ethic. A lot to work on maybe from some parts of the second half, but it's hard to sustain that the whole time.
And the goals were obviously key. The black card, Dalton Kelm came in about, I think it was the 12th minute, and Armagh got 2 goals then after that inside that 10-minute period. So that sort of 10-minute period was a crucial part.
Yeah, but I was happy with the way the fellas pushed up. Sometimes teams can hold on to a ball, and there can be injuries and head things, and it wears down the time, and you don't get the benefit of it. But it's it's not always as simple as people feel, to push up, because when you do, you leave gaps behind as well. But no, I thought the fellas got the balance right today, and very happy with what they did.
And the last time we were here, Kieran, we were speaking about how difficult a place it is to come, and that was a 4-point win that day, but you didn't hit any goals that day, so to get 3 here is a huge positive to take.
Yeah, no, traditionally, I've said it, and that's the thing about when you talk about tradition, you can see it, all Armagh Fermanagh games have been tight in the past, and it's very rarely we get to run away with the game like we did in the first half. But Fermanagh showed the true worth in the second and came back, and it was a tighter affair, but thankfully we had those goals as a cushion.
Is half time difficult, Kieran? Because I think you're 11 points up coming out, the game's maybe more or less over. Is it difficult, or do you just keep looking for that performance?
You keep looking for the performance, but you're still trying to balance that with getting some minutes into fellas as well without losing. We probably lost a wee bit of the structure. You make 5 subs, it's a third-year team, so they changed, and so we were probably a wee bit slack in those 10 or 15 minutes. But the fellas came on, worked hard, they're putting their hands up. We have a tough 2 weeks in front of us now, getting prepared for Down. And I know everybody wants to play once you start going to those games.
Yeah, and Ulster semi-final against Down, as you said, a repeat of last year's game, so hopefully from Armagh point of view a repeat of the result, but a big test ahead for Armagh.
Yeah, it's a big test. Down will come in looking to show where they have improved from last year, and they have, as they've walked through Division 3 now, that they're showing that that was they're well above that level, and they would feel that there's very few teams that they're not capable of playing against. They've serious pace in their team with the likes of Kerr, and fellas running through the middle, Odemorder too, top class player in the middle, they're littered with talent, so they'll feel fairly confident. But we know we have the talent and the capacity to do well as well, so let's hope that's what we show.
And a decent Armagh crowd here today, Kieran, and hopefully another day out. We don't know where the game is yet, hopefully in Clonus or somewhere like that, but another big crowd from Armagh hopefully expected.
Yeah, I hope so. Listen, we have a great Armagh support, always had. Just they're always following you, just looking you to see you do well, and that's what you want. You want those sort of people. They don't care who's there as long as the orange and white's winning. So yeah, hope to keep coming.
Great, Kieran, thank you.
Alright, cheers.
So, Karl, a 7-point defeat to kickstart the Nicky Rackard Cup. Disappointing, but I'm sure you're pleased with aspects of the performance.
Aye, absolutely. Look, I'm not one for good defeats and that. There, like it's like a defeat's a defeat, and look, I find them hard to take. But look, you have to take positives from it. Like, and our boys, I thought they put in a great performance there the day. Obviously, coming off a poor league campaign, like we had a step up, and like we spoke to them the last 4 weeks, and I said, look, boys, there's more in you, like, and today they showed it, and it was a great performance, like, but at the end of the day, we didn't get over the line, and that's something that that we have to work on. And look, we'll go into training now next week, but you'll go in with a better attitude, when you put in a good performance. And yes, 7 points defeat. I don't think there was probably a 7-point game. 7 or the sending off probably turned it probably more in their favour, and they get a bit more space. Like, but no, look, we'll go into next week's training full of confidence. We'll just have to take up another level, and we'll be ready for Louth next weekend.
I suppose one of the aspects, Karl, is the fact that Donegal are probably the favourites for the competition. So for you to perform so well, now you are missing key men as well today. It's probably heartening the performance you give.
Yeah, that's right, no doubt about it, Sean. As I was saying, we had a panel of 22 there the day because that many injuries and suspension. So you go with what you have, and the boys that come in the day, I thought they were fantastic. Like, so, yep. Donegal are probably massive favourites for the whole thing. So look, for us to put up a performance like that there, in the first game, definitely gives us a big lift, going into the rest of the championship. They'll probably think the same, it'll probably give them a lift. Like, but like we know, like I've been in here now nearly. They got to 2 years, like, and I can see what these boys do, and it's just getting them to bring it across the white line, and they brought it across the white line today. Like, again, we've a wee bit to work on. 112 is not going to win you too many games, so we got to work on wee things that got there. Like, but no, great positives from it.
And it's Louth up next week. Obviously, he's played them a couple of weeks ago in the league, so a quick turnaround from the last time he's met. Aye,
that's it. We probably know each other quite well from it. Like, it's not that long ago. I'm not sure how their game with Roscommon went today. Like, so, but look, we know going into Louth, they beat us in the championship last year, so we know it's not going to be easy. But as I say, look, we build on this performance today, and hopefully we can take it up another level, and hopefully we can get the win next week.
I think you are away from home next week, Karl, which just adds probably an extra challenge to it.
Yeah, it does, surely. There's no doubt about it. Home advantage is, a good thing. Like, so, look, we're away to Louth. Look, the good thing is, it's not too much to travel for the boys here, so that makes a wee bit of a difference. Long journeys can take effect. There's no doubt about it. But look, as I say, we'll get into training this week. We'll try and work on a few things, that didn't go for us today, and look, we'll be ready for Louth next week.
Good stuff, Karl. Thank you.
Cheers, Sean.
Harlan's through, he might go for it, still going, trying to barge his way through, goes to the shot, what a goal!
Arriving Rian O'Neill from an almost impossible angle, and that's the rousing score Armagh were looking for.
Connor Turbin kicks this one in on